What's up, people? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Before I get into this video, let me say this real quick, and hopefully this is the last time I have to say this. So for all the new subscribers out there, let me just say this. I say how I feel. I say what I want to say. Cause let me tell you something. I'm not censoring myself. You know what I'm saying? This is YouTube. This is a platform for people to say how they feel, what they want, especially for the creators. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that somebody came on the video yesterday talking about don't talk about politics on your video. I'm gonna talk about whatever I want. You know what I mean? And the reason I even brought up politics was because yesterday we're dealing with a political storyline. And that storyline actually goes hand in hand with what's going on today. So that's why I felt the need to bring it up. You got people in politics that are jokes, that are clowns. Donald Trump just happens to be one of them. He's a clown. I mean, I'm being real. He has the lowest approval rating of any president in history. That should tell you something right there. Even the Republicans who sit on the House of Representatives, he's in the same political party as them, and some of the Republicans don't even agree with what he's doing. They can't stand him. So what am I saying that's not factual? Look at the damn stats. Look at the results. Look it up. Come on. A lot of people out here think he's a joke. I'm not the only one. I'm gonna say how I feel. You don't like it, I suggest you unsubscribe. Don't watch. It's that simple. I'm gonna say what I want to say. So I'm sick of looking at comments like that because it's ridiculous to me. It's like I'm saying what I want to say. Get over it. So anyway, with that being said, um, I'm pissed that Laura has to drop out of the race. I'm mad that she's dropping out of the race for mayor. That sucks. I was hoping to see. Hopefully, she changes her mind. I hope so. Um, but I respect the reason behind it because of Spencer. Spencer apparently broke his legs. He broke both of his legs. I was like, damn, how you end up breaking both your legs? So she has to fly out to Europe or France or whatever to go see him, and she's gonna be gone for a few weeks. And I also feel bad for Kevin because they just got married, like, and his wife is going away for a while, and they're gonna be separated for a few weeks. But he did tell her, he'll visit here and there, whatever he can. Um, I like how supportive Kevin is of his wife. You know what I'm saying? This is why I love their relationship, and this is why I love their marriage because it's so real. It's mature. You know what I'm saying? It's that real mature romance, like, and I like it because he supports his wife in whatever she does. She supports him in whatever he does, and I think it's dope. I dig it, and she definitely tried to get him to run for mayor. I think if Laura can't run for mayor, the next best person to run for mayor is Kevin. Kevin's the next best person. He's lived in Port Charles off and on for years. He knows the issues that's plaguing Port Charles, especially the Charles Street district. He knows all these things. He knows what needs to be done. So I think he would definitely make a great mayor. If Laura can't do it, I think Kevin's the next best thing. I think he should. But he's not. He just feel like he ain't the mayor type you know and it's funny because he was pushing Laura to be mayor, and she kept giving him the same reasons why she shouldn't be mayor. Now he's throwing it back at her. So it's kind of funny, but I hope that he changes his mind, hopefully, and runs for mayor, because who else is going to step up and do it? Felicia said she didn't want the job anymore. Maybe she could run again, but she said she didn't want it. So I hope somebody step up and run. Valentine, he's a jackass. So now he wants the seat on the board of directors of the hospital. Now that Laura vacated the seat to run for mayor, now he wants the seat. I agree with Kevin. That man has took way too much from her. Now you want to take her job away from her? Valentine, sit down. I mean, I get it. Every member of the Cassadine family, pretty much, almost every member, has had a seat on the board of the hospital. Stefan had a seat on the board. He actually was the CEO of the hospital at one point. Nicholas was a board member of the hospital for years until his quote unquote death. He was a member of the board. So I figured at least one Cassadine again would be a board member, and I figured at some point Valentine would probably be a board member. I didn't think it would happen now, but he's itching to be a board member. Um, Hopefully that doesn't come to pass. Because the problem with Valentine is I could see it brewing right now, and I agree with Laura. I feel like he's trying to buy people. That's exactly what he's trying to do. I get that vibe off of him. He's trying to buy people. He's trying to buy their respect. You know how people do when they got money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get the respect on your own merits because of your background or your past or whatever. So you try to buy it, and it's true. Some people can be bought. Everybody, listen. If you're not a big wrestling fan, I'm pretty sure a lot of you heard of Ted DiBiase, the $1 million man. Ted DiBiase, legendary Hall of Famer. He said it for years. Everybody has a price, and I swear to God, people used to think that was just a gimmick that he had. As the $1 million man when he said everybody has a price. I took those words to heart because I think that it's true. Is very true. It applies in real life. I believe it. Anybody can be bought. I believe it. I believe it. You mean to tell me if somebody wrote you a check for $2 million right now, you wouldn't do something? Whatever they wanted you to do? You can't be bought? Be honest with me. You write me a check right now for $10 million, I promise you I could be bought. I'm just being real. Listen, I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm being real. You write me a fat paycheck, I'm telling you right now, you got me. You got me. You put some zeros on that check, you got me. I can be bought. I'm being real. You call it a sellout if you want. Hey, for the right price. I mean, it depends though. It depends on what you want me to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a sellout to the point where I sell my own people out. Nah. Like I said, I value people over dollars. You know what I'm saying? It depends. But nah, but I'm just joking. You can't take everything I say serious. I'm just BSing. But I believe that though. I believe some people can be bought. I believe it, and that's what Valentine's trying to do, trying to buy some people. You know how rich folks do. Think they throw a little money around. You got somebody in your pocket. You get what you want. We've seen it a million times. It's happening right now in the world, so we know it can happen. Um, but yeah, hopefully everything works itself out. Kevin or Laura can run for mayor. Hopefully. I think Kevin should try to get the seat on the board. Actually, if he don't want to run for mayor, he should at least try to go for the seat on the hospital board, so that way Valentine can't get it. I'm just saying, do it. You gotta do something. But I mean, it's fair though for at least one Cassadine to be a board member because you got a Quartermain being a board member. Actually, at the time, you had two Quartermains who were board members. You had Tracy, she was a member of the board, and you had Michael, a member of the board. Both are Quartermains. So I think at least one Cassadine should be allowed to be a board member. I'm just saying. Fair is fair. Um, I defend Julian on most occasions when people are snarky with him. He pissed me off today. He pissed me off with the way he was acting with Jason and Kim at the floating rib. Thank God we got to see the floating rib today, and I'll get on more of that in a minute. But Julian pissed me off with that, calling Jason a bastard, talking about some he glass hand picked Drew over him. Julian, pot meet kettle. How are you gonna sit there and say, "Oh, he's a mob enforcer"? Julian, need I remind you, sir, your daughter is estranged from you because of things that you set into motion years ago that came back and bit you in the ass. Her daughter and herself could have died. Your son got shot because of your business dealings. Need I remind you? You were blackmailed by your sister to commit a whole bunch of crimes. And you and Ava both came to town trying to reclaim the throne as the Jerome Mob Kingpins. Need I remind you? So who are you to sit there and talk junk about Jason being a mob enforcer like you don't have a shady past in the mob? You just recently got out the mob. Need I remind you? So who are you to throw stones at him? Like they say, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And Julian, you definitely shouldn't be throwing those stones, son. Never. You're the last person to talk. The last person. Get that straight. He's the last person that should run his mouth. And I'm being real. Like, he's the very last person. Um, I feel like with the whole floating rib scene, they were trying to recreate the Carly Jason pool thing. Remember when Sarah Brown first played Carly and she met Jason at the pool hall at Jake's and they were playing pool? Um, sorry, I got ice in my mouth. Um, so yeah, I've kind of felt that vibe like they were trying to recreate that. This time though, they were trying to do it with Tamira Braun. That's how I felt when I seen it. I was like, so ain't this something? You got the former Carly, who's now known as Kim Nero, playing pool at the Floating Ribs, which used to be Jake's, with Jason. How ironic. I think they were trying to do a chemistry test, and I'm not feeling chemistry between them. I was like, nope, I don't see Kim hooking up with Jason. They might hook up, but as far as a relationship, I don't see it. I don't see it. The way she acted with Drew the other day when she found out Drew was teaching Oscar how to box and she thought he was turning him into a Navy SEAL, the way she freaked out about it, I was like, yeah, she would never last with Jason. Especially him currently being back in the mob, you would not. No, it wouldn't work. So I implore the writers not to go there. Maybe a one night stand, maybe, but I implore them not to go there. Don't do it. I kind of feel bad for Jason because he was sitting at the bar looking like a lost puppy. He really was. He was just sitting there looking lost. Like, and him and Sonny still sitting around the house talking about Sam. I said, here we go. Um, so Jason went over to the penthouse to give Drew and Sam a heads up about Faison. And when he left, because apparently Drew and Sam are planning to get married today, Drew wanted to take the kids on their honeymoon to Tahiti. And Sam keep coming up with all these excuses talking about why you want to go to Tahiti, why you want to take them on our honeymoon, why you wanted this, why you wanted that. Sam, be honest with this man and tell him that you don't really want to marry him. Because this is her wedding day and she's sitting up in the bedroom thinking about her original wedding to Jason 7 years ago. Sam, why are you thinking about your ex husband when you're about to marry your new husband? Just riddle me that. That's all I want to know. Ugh. Sam get on my nerves. And this is what I was saying. Like I wouldn't say that she's playing Drew, but she's not being honest with him, and it's quite obvious. Like you're not being real with him. You're not being real with yourself. You're not being real with Jason. You're stringing these people along. Be real. Let it be known you want to be back with Jason. Just say it. Damn, like, can we get that over? Like, be a woman about yours and just say, okay, I made a mistake. I chose the wrong person. Because it's obvious that's what happened. Like, you can see it all over her face. Like, you come on. Like, who thinks about their ex spouse on their wedding day to their new spouse? Who does that? Obviously, if you think about your ex on your wedding day, that means that you want to be with your ex. This takes me back to One Life to Live. When Nora was about to marry Clint, she was thinking about the kiss that she shared with Bo. And remember those short ass wedding vows that she said? And that's what tipped Clint off later, months later, when he was like, yeah, her vows was too short. Now, if your wedding vows are too short, and Clint's vows were pretty long, his was a little lengthy. Hers was 2 seconds. Just like that. You blinked, you missed it. That's how fast her vows was. That's when I knew right there. I was like, yep, I been knew. She wasn't trying to be with no Clint. Nope. And Sam ain't trying to be with no Drew. Let's just be real about it. And be honest. I wouldn't care if she was with Drew, but I mean, my whole thing is be real about it. Be honest. You know what I'm saying? If she was with Drew genuinely, I would be like, cool, I'm all behind this wedding. But I'm just not here for this marriage because it's not genuine. It's not coming from a genuine place. It's not. We all see it. Hell, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles could see, and they blind as shit. Rest in peace, Ray Charles. But even they can see this. Like, come on now. You don't take a rocket scientist. We all know that this marriage, if it does go through, we know that it's some BS. We know this. Um, so anyway, um, Anna and Obrecht was talking. Obrecht came over to Anna. I was drunk as a skunk, and they start talking about Faison's other son. Apparently, his name is Heinrich, and apparently he's not really Anna's son. Because I heard a rumor that he was Anna and Faison's son, but apparently he had that child by some unknown woman. But apparently he didn't care for the child. He just felt like the child was an annoyance, so he sent him away to boarding school. And Obrecht's afraid because now that he found out Nathan is his son, he gonna be pissed with her because she kept him away from Nathan because she knew that Nathan would mold him into the son that he always wanted. Some type of evil kid. She knew that that's what he would do, so she protected Nathan. Why do I get the feeling Anna's not being totally honest about the past with her and Faison? I just get that vibe from her, like her facial expressions, like everything about her vibe, like it just tells me she knows something she's not saying. I just get that gut feeling from Anna. I'm like, what is she not saying? Like, and they keep saying that the child is from an unknown woman. I mean, shit, it don't take Sherlock Holmes to put two and two together. And the way her reaction is, and then she was like, when she went to go see Sonny, Sonny was like, he's trying to use Faison's son to lure him out, and Anna was against it, dead set against it, because she feel like it's gonna start a war. Why is she so dead set against that? Could it be because you don't want your son in the crossfire? I'm just saying. I don't know about y'all, but I just get this vibe that that child Heinrich is really Anna and Faison's child. I'm getting this vibe, like I just get the distinct vibe she's hiding something. Cause you can always tell when somebody not being truthful 100% on something. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know, but I just get that vibe from her. And it goes back to when she was talking with Sonny and them, and even Sonny got the vibe from her that she wasn't telling the whole truth. It's something there. Because the writers don't just put that in there just to put it in there. It's something there. Unless they're going to drop it. But I just have the feel it's something there. It's something there. Most definitely. So she wrote Obrecht a note letting her know that, not to go nowhere, stay put. And of course, Obrecht grabbed her coat and left. And as soon as she walked outside, somebody knocked her out. And of course, that person was Faison. Faison knocked her across the head. I was like, up, ding dong. The witch is about to die. Should I be getting ready to say R.I.P. Obrecht? I'm just saying. Faison is a nut. You never know what he might do. He might torture her though. You never know. I hope not. I actually like Obrecht. I hope he don't do nothing to her. You know. Um. So anyway, Julian went to go see Sonny or whatever about the whole. He think Sonny sabotaged his shipment or whatever, his food or whatever, because I guess the food that he got was rotten. So he thinks Sonny has something to do with that too. I never believed for 1 second Sonny had his hand in that whole redevelopment situation. I never thought Sonny had his hand in that because he know Molly lives on Charles Street. I'm pretty sure Sonny's aware of her and TJ living on Charles Street, and he would never oust Molly from her apartment or even have a hand in it. I don't think he would, not knowingly. Um, and Julian made some good points to him though. He was like, "You need to open your eyes. Like these redevelopment people are moving into your territory, and they're doing it right under your nose." So of course Sonny got on the phone after Julian left, and he called his people or whatever to get information on Jim Harvey and the redevelopment and find out about that situation. So of course Sonny has to be a part of this storyline too. What storyline is Sonny not a part of? They put him a part of every story. Now he's a part of the redevelopment on Charles Street. Now they throwing him in there too. This is ridiculous. Like this is no wonder people are pissed off about stuff like with Sonny and Carly and all them because they got their hand in every storyline. It's like damn, can we get one storyline that don't involve a Corinthos? I'm just saying like damn. I mean you watch Days of Our Lives and The Young and the Restless. Not every storyline involves Victor Newman. or the Newmans. Not every single storyline. Damn. You watch General Hospital, every storyline they got a Corinthos involved. I'm like, is there a mandate in the contract that say a Corinthos has to be involved in every like really, really? I'm just being real. It's not. I'm not talking as a hater or anything. I'm just being honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell me that every storyline you see, you don't see Sonny involved in it in some form or fashion. Like, come on, dude, got to see in everybody's storyline. Damn. But anyway, this was a decent episode today. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, and I'll see y'all all tomorrow. Peace. Oh, matter of fact, not tomorrow. I'm sorry. Damn, I forgot it's Friday. I forgot. But I see y'all on Monday. Hope y'all have a wonderful, great, blessed weekend, and I will see y'all on Monday. Have a great weekend. Peace.